Now, if you had access to your own holistic nutritionist, what would you want to know? What are your burning questions about nutrition and holistic health? We asked you to send them in, and now Dr. Joey is here to answer them all. We're so lucky to have Dr. Joey in our lives. So our first question is from Andrea.
So my question is, there's so much talk about intermittent fasting lately, and I wonder, is it for everyone? And what are some simple steps to get started? Thank you.
Wow, that is a great question. I get that question so often, Trace. And intermittent fasting, as a functional practitioner, we use it as a biohacking tool. And what that means is we use it to reduce inflammation, to increase your microbiome, for weight loss, and for overall health. And it has been shown to actually help with cellular repair. So the short answer is intermittent fasting is good for most people. Check with your doctor, of course, but if you're breastfeeding or type 1, no, it's not a good idea. But for most people, it's great. Now, the question people ask me is, okay, Joey, how long? So I start my clients off pretty short and easy, just a 12-hour fast. So 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. does a lot for your microbiome and inflammation, and that's such an easy way to fast. And the body loves a period of time of relaxation, of no food, of no processing.
Okay, good stuff. I see Rosie in the background, and I love that. Next up.
I know, I'm so sorry.
No, never apologize. Dogs and kids are all allowed in the work from home atmosphere. So bring them on.
I hope she doesn't bark.
If she does, whatever. We've heard a dog bark before. It's all good. Next up, we have a familiar face, and I love this face. Jean-Pierre from our 2020 Wellness Challenge.
Hey, Dr. Joey. I so miss seeing your face. But I have a question for you. My stress level is really high, and I find that my sugar craving is creeping back up again. What can I do?
Holy moly, this is common during the pandemic, and I totally get it, guys. When we're stressed, our cortisol level goes up, our adrenals they're working overtime, and we're craving sugar. And when we're anxious or depressed, the natural inclination is, okay, sugar is going to make me feel better. I totally empathize, sympathize, I get it. But sugar long-term, guys, causes inflammation, can cause immune suppression, sorry about Rosie, can cause weight gain, brain fog, can contribute to anxiety. It's not that I'm like anti-sweet, I just know the ill effects it's gonna have on your health. And then it's this vicious circle where you're not eating mindfully and you're grabbing sugars because you're trying to self-soothe. It never works out well. So there are natural alternatives. I'm going to repost an article on Cityline that I've posted on natural alternatives to sweet foods that I think will be really helpful for people, especially during this crazy, crazy time.
Just this never-ending cycle of like sugar high, sugar low, and then the low, you got to bring yourself back up again. So thank you. Really good answers, and what we're looking for really is nutrient-dense solutions. So thank you for that. Our next question, Joey, is from Carolyn. Take a listen.
Hey, Dr. Joey. What are your thoughts on keto? Is it for everyone?
Okay, so it's the whole, if I had $1 for every time somebody asked me about keto, I would have that cottage in Muskoka that I'm in the back of my head sort of putting on my vision board. Okay, so guys, we are more biodiverse than saying keto is for everybody. There's no one size fits all when it comes to diet. And some people keto's not great for. Like I have women with very elevated cortisol and high stress levels, and keto's not great for them. I've had some people who've gone full on keto and I've seen their cholesterol panel go through the roof. So there are some benefits to ketosis, but the body's not supposed to stay in ketosis long term. It's effective for weight loss. It can take down inflammation. There are certain health indicators where ketosis might be more suitable. For women, it's actually really hard for women to get into ketosis, in my opinion. So I don't normally put a client in ketosis. I'm hormonal balance and I'm quality calories and very holistic. If you are going to go into a ketotic state, my recommendation, guys, is cycle in, cycle out, cycle in, cycle out. You don't want to stay in ketosis forever. That doesn't work long term. So yes, there are some benefits. Know what you're doing, because I've seen people do it wrong and sort of hurt their health a little bit.
Okay, good stuff. Kathy would like to know about going gluten and dairy free. Take a listen.
Dr. Joey, you often talk about going gluten and dairy free. Is this something that is good for everybody, or just if you have sensitivities?
Let's tackle gluten first. So gluten, our wheat has changed. It's a hybrid of what it used to be. So it's no coincidence that so many people are sensitive to gluten. Gluten isn't a pro-nutrient. It's not good for you. It just makes food taste really, really good. Here's my answer for gluten. If someone comes into my clinic and there's an autoimmune condition, a microbiome condition, an inflammatory condition, inability to lose weight, it's gone. It's not gone forever, but it's gone for 90 days, because why would I leave a potential irritant in the diet? I'm trying to create some metabolic flexibility with them, but for now, for that cleanup phase, it's gone. Now, dairy is a little bit different because dairy does have some nutrient value, of course, vitamin D, calcium, protein. 50% of people, it's estimated that 50% of people who are sensitive to gluten are also sensitive to dairy. So I typically take the two out together and I reintroduce dairy, high quality dairy, to sort of test the waters. And you can get food allergy testing done too. Some people like myself, I just can't do dairy. But you might be able to do sheep's milk or goat's milk, or there's amazing alternatives made out of oat or almond or cashew or coconut. So these days, gluten-free, dairy-free is so much easier than ever.
We appreciate your input. Thank you, Dr. Joey.
Thank you.
And a big thank you to our viewers for sending in those great questions. We love to hear from you, so keep it going. Remember, if you have any questions for any of our experts, send them our way. Email them, submissions@cityline.tv. When I see you all at the dog park, you want to ask questions at Cityline, this is where you put them. So email us, and we will get them answered on the show. It is time for a break. Lots more.